Working on it.
All right.
Hey, are you Banks?
I am Banks.
Supposedly Josh.
And we are on Places Going Viral, and we are in Winter
Garden.
Yeah.
In the Florida.
Yes. Josh, deodorant. Do you wear deodorant?
I do.
Yeah?
Not always, but mostly.
What kind of deodorant do you use?
Some tea tree, natural, non-aluminum, non-baking soda, non-this, non-that, non-cyanide.
So it's nothing, right? You just put
It's
on
essentially
nothing?
nothing. Yeah, it's just like tea tree and lemongrass and a bunch of like angel wings or something. I don't know exactly what that is.
All right. So deodorant, is that for your body smelling better, or is that for your clothes smelling better?
I don't care about my clothes. I wash clothes, or I don't. My wife does. Yeah, it's so we don't smell, the bad smells, the body odor from the bacteria that eats up our sweat.
All right, so that's what's going on, right? We sweat, which keeps us cool. That sweat is consumed by bacteria.
Correct.
The bacteria eats it and gives off
pisses and farts out. Yeah, that's how it works.
Oh, really? And then that makes your clothes smell bad, and your body smell, your body odor.
Yeah, the bacteria excrete really nasty smelling stuff.
All right, so how do you just get rid of the bacteria? Just not have the bacteria at all?
Die, and then get eaten alive by the worms and the bacteria. No, it's part of life. You don't just get rid of bacteria. It's like saying, how do you get rid of the water out of your body?
All right, so what is the advantage of the bacteria eating your sweat?
I don't know if there is an advantage. There's got to be some biological process, circle of life thing going on there.
All right. So we have bacteria that's in our gut. That's all in our skin. That's all over us, and basically that's part of who we are. We are an organism with organisms on us. Okay, and they help us in the gut. They help us stay alive. They eat up. They take care of whatever is in our gut. So I guess deodorant is what's used in order to keep the bacteria from not smelling, making us smell so bad. Yeah?
I think that's part of it. And then maybe also masking what the bacteria do. So it's not quite as potent or pungent.
It's a little spray. You put in a little, that's why, deodorant used to be the spray, right?
I tell you what, for years though, I would use antiperspirant. And I stopped that when I really understood what that was.
Which is what?
It's supposed to stop you from sweating.
That
can't be healthy.
No, you want to sweat.
Right. So deodorant's different than antiperspirant.
Okay. Are there antiperspirants out now? Do they still have antiperspirants out?
Oh, yeah. Most things on the shelf are antiperspirants. Most. When you go to Publix.
Oh, really?
You got to look closely.
Oh.
They're mostly antiperspirants. You got to find like specific that says deodorant without the antiperspirant.
Okay, so what about like powder? Can we just throw powder on us?
Maybe
and we'll just like suck
baby powder.
Yeah, why not?
Suck up the dryness.
Yeah,
maybe.
Or suck up the baby. Baby powder.
I'm on a new kick, which relates to this. And my new kick is I'm trying really, really hard to stop judging things that shouldn't be judged. Example, weather. People say there's bad weather coming. Really? Thunderstorm and lightning? Why is that bad weather? Because with that comes rain. That's good, right? Why do we judge bad weather like that? Why do we judge, sweat like it's bad?
All right.
It stinks, but it doesn't mean it's bad.
Okay, so I like where this is going. How do we get off of antiperspirant? or
we're on judgment.
Well, we're on judgment.
Everything goes back to judgment.
Okay, so how, do you really think that you can make it so that other people won't judge the weather? If they say it's bad weather, of course they've just judged it, okay?
Correct.
Is the weather bad? The weather's not bad, or it's not good. The weather is the weather.
Or sad weather. When it rains all day, people say it's sad weather. Right.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
We're in a time in our lives, or in this earth, that we have a lot more hurricanes, a lot more.
Right.
Is it terrible weather? It is just more hurricanes. There's no judgment in saying that, right?
Correct. hurricanes are the way for the Earth to release heat to the poles. It's another. I mean, the hurricanes are almost necessary.
Wait, release heat to the poles?
Yeah.
The poles.
It helps bring moisture and heat from the equator region
Yeah.
to the poles. It's just part of the cycle. It's the weather cycle that has to happen.
So it's moving heat to the poles, but well, do you want the poles to be heated?
Well, we got to stay in balance. There's an equilibrium that has to happen.
Okay.
Right. The cool's got to come down, the heat's got to go up, and it's cycles.
All right. Okay.
Right?
Which is basically raining. Water is evaporated.
What goes down to the aquifers?
Yeah, and evaporates.
evaporates.
And then transpiration is another thing that happens. Is evaporation and transpiration.
And sublimation and deformation.
Okay.
Inspiration.
Which is this cycle that we live in, and this cycle is also the same cycle that we live in. Like we die and we become fertilizer for a plant, and this cycle just happens. I'm trying to bring it back to.
So what's wrong with sweat then?
That's what I'm trying to bring back.
What is wrong with? I'm starting to not find things wrong with sweat. Like it's just sweat. So what?
All
Okay.
right, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Sweat does its purpose.
But a lot of people have a problem with sweat.
Okay, what do you mean a problem?
They avoid sweat. They antiperspirant. They refuse to work out because they don't want to sweat.
Or they don't go outside. They stay inside. They only go outside when it's cool.
This is all unnatural behavior that I think will come at a long-term cost.
I know what it is. I'm not judging sweat. I'm not judging that. The core of what I'm saying is my clothes end up smelling terrible, and then I have to throw them away or burn them or.
Do you not wash your clothes?
I wash them. This one smells pretty good. I wash them.
Do you
Yeah.
use soap? Like detergent?
Of course I use detergent.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make no assumptions here.
Okay. Yes, I wash. I think what happens is I use an outdoor dryer.
Okay.
Have you heard of the outdoor dryers they have?
Oh, you mean powered by wind and solar?
The dryer that is powered by solar and wind. Yes, you're right. Wind and
I know
solar.
what you're yes, I'm very familiar with this.
Okay, so that's what I use. I use outdoor dryer. Now,
Do your clothes come out smelly though after that?
if it rains,
Well,
or if they get wet and I bring them in too soon, there's still a smell to them. So now I got to wash them again, which I think is probably the issue, and that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, don't let it rain, and then because then the rain doesn't dry properly, it gets a little like moldy.
Moldy. Yeah. I mean, that's what it is. All right. So I'm okay with that. I just, you know what I did? I went out and I got a Patagonia shirt, and the shirt is supposed to.
Is it
push-
antimicrobial?
Yeah, I guess it is. It's a little scratchy though. I mean, so I got one of these, and it's supposed to not smell. I mean, it's told, you can sweat and do whatever, just wash it, doesn't smell. And it doesn't smell. It has a very neutral smell to it. So, I mean, that's kind of like anti-smell.
Have you ever thought about wearing a car freshener around your neck? A little pine, one of those pine trees.
I'd be like a rapper, one of those.
Yeah, but instead of a clock, it would be a big pine cone or a pine tree.
Well, yeah, that is like the. I don't even know.
It could work.
It could make you smell better. It could make you smell like your car.
So you can still sweat.
Yeah.
But then you can actually smell better.
What if you can just put one of those like under your arm, like have a strap?
I would just worry about what it would do to the bacteria. Being that I don't
Because
know
because it's touching it.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with the bacteria. You want to let the bacteria do what it does. You
Okay.
just want to mask it. You just want to keep it from like penetrating people's.
All right.
noses.
So why don't you saran wrap like around the area that it's in?
That's a lot of. You can. That sounds like a lot of work. Now you're not getting free movement of air under your arms.
And that's supposed to be good, right?
Yeah.
Keep that movement in the air going. All right. I'm just trying to think of a way that I don't smell. I don't mind sweating. In fact, I kind of enjoy sweating. It makes me feel like I'm alive.
The best way to not smell is to hold your nose. Plug your nose, honestly.
What about everybody else around me?
That's their problem. is this the freedom thing we've been talking about for weeks? You have a right to smell.
Right.
People have a right to hold their nose.
Okay. I get. Here's the thing. we're getting back into the world where
Yeah.
we are getting closer to each other. I mean, you and I are now doing live. And by doing that, I've got to smell okay. I mean, I've gone back in and I've got to buy mints now, just to make sure that my breath is okay. Because, we can get close enough that I don't want to put you off. And the same thing with deodorant.
Right. So maybe I should be the one wearing the
Clothespin.
thing, so all I smell is that, and I don't smell anyone else.
You were the clothespin.
We should do that.
What's that? Do what?
We should have personal air fresheners that keep us from smelling other people.
Ooh.
That would be there's a business idea.
Charcoal filters in the masks.
With a little lavender.
Yeah. I'm Banks.
I'm Josh.
We are Odd Places going.
Viral.
Boom.